Okay, everyone, glad to have you back. This is CB Averett with DQ Systems, and again, we're going to be talking a little bit more about pinch to zoom on a mobile device. Now, pinch to zoom is, as most of us know, is when you zoom. You can zoom in by pinching the screen and zoom in and out that way. Well, sometimes designers and developers decide that they want to disable that feature. Now, I'm going to explore one bit of code. It's called a meta tag. It's called viewport. So we're going to look at that specific code today, and I'm going to show you the good and the bad about it. So what we're dealing with here is success criterion under WCAG 1.4.4, which is titled resize text. And that reads, except for captions and images of text, text can be resized without assistive technology up to 200% without loss of content or functionality. And this is level AA. So if we prevent the pinch to zoom from happening, we're actually failing this success criterion. And I'm going to show you the code on how to do that. I'm going to show you on two different devices, and I'm also going to show you a bit of the code as well. So I've created two examples, and one's a bad example and one's a good example. And on the desktop, the way this looks is I'm going to do responsive. I'm going to go to responsive design, and I'm going to just pull up the code in responsive design so we can look at exactly what the code looks like. And that would be so here's the code. The code is actually in the head, and it's a meta name of viewport. So what the meta name viewport is this is where this could be disabled, and there's really two ways to disable it in this meta tag. So looking at this a little closer, you're going to see a content, and there's two things that I want to pay close attention to. One is user-scalable equals no, and maximum dash scale equals 1.0. Those are the ones that make the pinch to zoom shut off, where you can't do it anymore. Now, just by removing those, you take care of that issue. And let me say something as well on this too. So recently, Apple iOS devices, their new versions they don't let this even happen. So that's a good thing. You can put this in there and it doesn't happen on it. Now, that's not the case with the Android device. I'll show you that here in just a moment. With an Android device, it still recognizes this meta tag. And that's unfortunate, because you could actually cut off the pinch to zoom on an Android device. Interesting enough, with an iOS device, I want to say even Apple came up with this at one point. I can't swear to you about that. I also do want to mention this as well. So this is one way to disable the pinch to zoom. There may be others. I'm not familiar with it. Always, if you're not sure of something, go to the what the end user's doing. Go to the device and test it. So if you think something is happening or something is not happening, the best way to find that out is to actually go to the device and go do some testing on it. All right, so let's look at that. Let's look at the bad here. And so I've got this side up, and I am going to try. I can't pinch. I can't do anything here. And again, this is on an Android device. This is the latest Google Pixel, I think. Google Pixel Plus or Google Pixel 2. So this is the latest one. Okay, so that's it on a that's the bad one. So let's go look at the good one. And again, this is by taking that those two attributes out of the meta tag, which is user scalable equals no and maximum scale equals 1. By doing that, I now can zoom in. And that's how it's supposed to be. So let's look at an iOS device. This is the new iPhone 10 device. And so Let's take a peek at that. So here's the bad example. Now, again, what's really interesting about this is, although this is the bad example, watch this. Hey, this is the bad example. This has that bad coding in it where it prevents people from pinching to zoom. So what I'm feeling that Apple has done is Apple has taken away that where that's even possible anymore. And the good example behaves exactly the same way. So anyway, that's Pinch to Zoom 1.4.4. I hope that helps people. Leave your comments and questions below. Thanks for joining us.